All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go racing with heat number 1, where we'll see Vern Spring and Joey Smith on the front row, Josh Doobie, Jim Johnson at the second row, Edmund Jones and Kendrick Cryer on the third row, Timmy Martin rounding out the field. Qualifying invert, definitely helping a couple of drivers, giving them an opportunity. Can they get it done? Waiting on Kendrick Cryer to take to the grid. Everybody else is on track. And as always, if you have a favorite driver in the field, make sure to drop in the comments. Let us know who you're cheering for. I know the drivers are listening, so they'll be happy to hear that their fans are in the stands. Pace car is rolling. Two laps around the track, and then they have the opportunity to get those tires. No, pace car is in. They fire. Green flag is in the air. They're down and away at Hickory. And they're trying to get 3 wide off turn 2. Can't quite get there yet, but they're 2 wide back behind the leader. Oh, we've got cars around into the wall. No caution. And more cars wrecking right in front of the field. Joey Smith goes around. Josh Doobie has a big lead here. Josh Doobie way out front, 5 seconds ahead of Kendrick Cryer. Edmund Jones now back to the lead as Kendrick Cryer and Josh Doobie have problems. See what happened to Doobie real quick. Doobie coming around underneath the lap car of Vern. Oh, he clipped the apron and spun. And now it is Edmund Jones who was caught up in that first incident to the lead, with Jim Johnson in second, Kendrick Cryer, Joey Smith both on pit road, Timmy Martin up to third. But Doobie coming back. He is now up into third. Timmy Martin in fourth, Vern Spring in fifth. But Edmund Jones keeps setting blisteringly fast laps and now has a 2-second lead with 2 laps to go. Jim Johnson in second, Doobie in third, Timmy Martin in fourth, Vern Spring in fifth, Kendrick Cryer now in sixth, a couple of laps down. White flag is, oh no, Edmund Jones goes around under the white flag. Jim Johnson is going to sneak by. And here they come out of turn 4. Jim Johnson wins heat number 1. Doobie comes home in second. Edmund Jones is in third. Timmy Martin fourth. Vern Spring finishing fifth. Looks like our timing and scoring got a little wonky here tonight, so on to heat number 2. Kyle McRecken Martin starting up on the front row, along with Aaron Clark, Rusty Modesty, Harold Rothery on the second, Matt Hayden, Chris Johnson of the third row. And newcomer Jeff Taylor rounding out the field in Heat 2. Out of turn 4, pace car is going to lead him around one more time. Kyle McRacken Martin said if he could start up front, he might be able to pull off a win here tonight. He's got to get through heat number 2 first. Kendrick Crash Crier. That's pretty funny. Pace car is in. And here they go. Green is in the air. Kyle fires, gets a big jump on the field. Aaron Clark way up top. Here comes Rusty Modesty on the bottom. Out of turn 2. Everybody, they're 3 wide. Matt Hayden shoots the gap. Gets a little love tap from Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson now up to third. Aaron Clark in fourth. Rothery now coming by Clark for fourth. Man, oh, Rothery goes around. Chris Johnson now up to third, running down Rusty Modesty. Aaron Clark now in fourth. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden in fifth. Harold Rothery in sixth. Jeff Taylor around in seventh. Chris Johnson just laid down the fastest lap of the race so far. Jeff Taylor, after that spin, ends up towing to pit road. Harold Rothery has gone around. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden is also wrecked. Kyle Martin, meanwhile, cruising. They're trying to get 3 wide back behind. Rusty Modesty, Harold Rothery, and Chris Johnson all in that mix. Chris comes out ahead. Chris now at the second, but 1.1 seconds behind the leader as Kyle Martin gets 2 laps to go. Kyle Martin comes out of 3 and 4. He's going to get the white flag this time. Chris Johnson is closing the gap, but it may not be enough. Still 9/10 of a second back. Chomping away at that lead quickly, but will it be enough? No, it will not. Kyle Martin wins heat number 2. Chris Johnson, a valiant effort for holy cow. Kyle just yeets it into the wall. On to the B main. Up front, we will see Vern Spring and Harold Rothery. Kendrick Crash Crier and Matt Oven Mitts Hayden have the second row. Joey Smith and Jeff Taylor on the third row. Vern Spring, Harold Rothery starting on the front row, looking for another shot at a top starting spot for the feature. Mary Hayden cheering on Oven Mitts. Currently in third. Did not complete heat number 2. Looking for a better run here. Some of the guys getting the tires warmed up, getting any grip they can find. Pace car is in. Here they go. They fire. Green is in the air. Vern Spring and Harold Rothery drag race it into one. Vern's got the nose ahead. And he's got Kendrick Cryer all over the back bumper. Harold Rothery goes shooting by on the high side, way out front. We've got cars in the wall. Oven Mitts is around. Kendrick is around. Vern Spring gets caught in that. And Harold Rothery begins to pull away from Joey Smith. Jeff Taylor now into third, Kendrick Cryer in fourth, Matt Hayden in fifth, Vern Spring currently running in sixth. Vern has actually been lapped. That is the first driver to go a lap down tonight. Joey Smith appears to have a connection issue. Meanwhile, Rothery out front running the fastest laps of the race right now. But Matt Hayden just laid down the fastest lap. Matt Hayden and Harold Rothery are alternating who has the fastest lap, and they keep one-upping each other every single lap. Matt gets by Jeff Taylor, now up into fourth, and trying to run down Kendrick Cryer in third. Jeff Taylor spun. He has gone back to pit road. Rothery's lead now almost 2 seconds over Joey Smith. Kendrick Cryer currently runs in third. Matt Hayden in fourth. Vern Spring currently scored in fifth. Rothery's lead, almost 2 seconds a few laps ago, has started to shrink as Joey Smith starts to reel him in. The gap now down to 1.6 seconds. With 4 laps to go, he may not have enough time. Kendrick Cryer in third, Matt Hayden in fourth. And given the way the heats have gone, the feature is going to be an awesome race. Joey Smith holding about 1.7 seconds back. Kendrick Cryer was almost 6 seconds behind Joey. Has reeled him into about 4.5, but is not going to get there in time. As Harold Rothery comes around, he is going to take the white flag out of turn 4. White flag is in the air for Harold Rothery. Could tonight be his night to return to victory lane? He goes through 3 and 4. And Harold Rothery will win the B main, followed by Joey Smith in second. Kendrick Cryer will come on third. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden in fourth. Vern Spring in fifth. Harold Rothery going to victory circle just to get some celebration in here. He is definitely happy about that win. On to the warm-up. The drivers have just a couple minutes left to make some last-minute adjustments. Doobie, the first one to roll off pit road for the warm-up. Nope, they are going to skip the warm-up tonight. And we are going racing. Up front will be Aaron Clark and Timmy Martin. Rusty Modesty, Edmund Jones have the second row. Chris Johnson, Josh Doobie have the third. Kyle McRecken, Martin, and Jim Johnson on the fourth. Harold Rothery and Joey Smith rounding out the top 10. Kendrick Cryer and Matt Hayden starting 11th and 12th. Vern Spring in 13th. Jeff Taylor starts 14th. Does not appear that Jeff Taylor is taken to the grid yet. Now he's on the grid. Kyle Martin just already chomping at the bit. He is giving Chris Johnson a little bit of help. Oh, they finally get going. Aaron Clark, Timmy Martin in control of the start of this one. They'll go around one more time. Pace car down the back straightaway. He'll drop off in turn 4. Pace car is in. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Aaron Clark jumps out front. Into turn 1, and guys already bumping and banging mid-pack. Aaron Clark gets way up the track and gets passed by several drivers. Aaron Clark is in the wall. Caution is out. We've got 3 cars flying, including Chris Johnson, Timmy Martin. Timmy Martin hard into the wall. As you see, let's take a look at Aaron Clark, who appeared to go flying. Looks like Chris Johnson might have caught a little bit of the apron. Thankfully, Aaron is okay. That was a rough ride for him. In the midst of all that chaos, Rusty Modesty took the lead for the first time tonight. Kyle Martin now in second. Edmund Jones in third. Jim Johnson fourth. Josh Doobie in fifth. Rothery, Joey Smith, Kendrick Cryer, Matt Hayden, and Jeff Taylor rounding out the top 10. Chris Johnson on his way back off pit road. Timmy Martin is back out, and Aaron Clark still on pit road trying to finish up repairs. This could get a little bit bumpy here. Aaron Clark still sitting on pit road. He has not made it back out yet. Have to wonder if the repairs are too extensive if he is out of the race. Lights are out on the pace car. Looks like it will be single file this time. Rusty Modesty in control. Here they go. Green flag in the air. Rusty leads them down toward turn 1. Kyle McRicken Martin right behind him. And guys already looking for a pass mid-pack. Here comes Joey Smith on the high side. Battling with Kendrick Cryer. Matt Hayden right behind. Rusty Modesty up on the high side as Kyle Martin goes by for the lead. Rusty in second. Edmund Jones now in third, but he is under attack as Jim Johnson shoots by on the bottom. Jim Johnson now under attack as Edmund Jones comes back across. Harold Rothery now in fifth as Kendrick Cryer looking underneath. Matt Hayden has crashed. See if we can see what happened to Oven Mitts here. Oh, too far down on the apron through one. Oh, Joey Smith gets loose and collects him. They go off the racing surface, so no caution. Rusty Modesty in second, but look at this battle coming as Edmund Jones fights by Kendrick Cryer right on Modesty's back bumper. Oh, Kendrick goes to the apron trying to get by. They're 3 wide into 1. And Rusty goes up the track. He collects Jim Johnson. They both go around. And caution is out. And what a wild turn of events that was. Rusty having a great race here. Off into turn one. Looks like he just got a little push in corner entry. Comes up and collects Jim Johnson. Meanwhile, Kyle Martin continuing to lead. Edmund Jones now into second. Kendrick Cryer into third. Josh Doobie in fourth. Harold Rothery in fifth. Chris Johnson now in sixth. Vern Spring in seventh. Jeff Taylor eighth. Joey Smith in ninth. Rusty Modesty back in 10th. Jim Johnson and Matt Hayden both on pit road. Matt did manage to maintain the lead laps, as did Joey. So both drivers still in the fight and a long way to go here. And don't forget, right after the Legends, we'll switch over, unload the Tour mods, and they'll go at it here at Hickory as well. Kyle Martin trying to keep them tires warm. Several green flag laps, so we should see a double file restart here again. Does lead to a little bit more chaos as guys try and get everything they can as quickly as they can. Lights are out on the pace car. Kyle Martin chooses to restart on the high side. Edmund Jones restarting on the bottom. Doobie and Cryer. Then Harold Rothery, Chris Johnson, Jeff Taylor, Vern Spring, Matt Hayden, and Joey Smith rounding out the top 10. Out of turn 4, here they come. They fire. Green is in the air. Kyle gets a good jump, and Josh Doobie follows it, tries to follow him through. Edmund, though, pulls back along inside and is starting to pull ahead. Here comes Chris Johnson to the bottom. Kendrick Cryer not far behind. He's got Harold Rothery with him. Matt Hayden has picked up several spots, now up into 7th. Jeff Taylor in 8th, battling with Joey Smith. They are 3 wide. They're going to go 4 wide. Nope, they think better of that one. Vern wisely backing out of it. Aaron Clark and Edmund Jones have crashed. Caution is out. Aaron Clark gets a run down into the turn, gets underneath, and gets loose off of turn 4. Does a 360 and keeps going. That is some talent. Passes an already backwards Edmund Jones. Edmund, I think, might have scraped the outside wall. Goes for a tumble down into turn 1. Does manage to stick the landing, though. As Kyle Martin continues to lead here at Hickory. Kendrick Cryer currently in 2nd. Chris Johnson 3rd. Rothery in 4th. Josh Doobie now up to 5th. Matt Hayden on a comeback run. He is up to 6th. As well as Joey Smith, who's now in 7th. Jim Johnson involved in an earlier incident. Well, all the way to the back. He's now in 8th. Vern Spring in 9th. Jeff Taylor in 10th. Aaron Clark at the back of the field, about 6 laps down at the moment. Just over 15 to go when the green flag drops. Kendrick Cryer was extremely fast in practice and in qualifying, has fought his way forward and is now up here getting ready to battle McRecken for the lead. Can Kyle McRecken Martin hold him off for another 15 laps? They stack back up side by side, getting ready for the restart. Chris Johnson, Kendrick Cryer, teammates on the first and second row. Look for them to hook up. Here we go. Kyle fires. Green is in the air. Kyle gets to the lead going into one, but Kendrick, not to be outdone, looks to the outside. Kendrick Cryer has a run on the high side. Back behind, Harold Rothery has a run on the high side on Josh Doobie. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden now in 6th, running down the guys up ahead. Jim Johnson trying to work his way forward, as well as Vern Spring. Kyle Martin still holding the lead for the moment, but Kendrick Cryer, Chris Johnson, Josh Doobie, all of them are there. Chris looks down to the bottom on his teammate. Chris can't clear him yet, but may have opened the door for Doobie. Doobie gets right to Johnson's back bumper. And now Rothery looking up on the high side. Oh, Doobie gets loose. He comes down off the racing surface, no caution, but may have ended his chances. They get 10 laps to go. Kendrick Cryer gets too high into turn 3, goes up the track and falls back several spots. And now Kyle Martin in the lead has Chris Johnson on his back bumper. Rothery now up into 3rd. Kendrick Cryer in 4th. Matt Oven Mitts Hayden in 5th. Jim Johnson now up into 6th. Joey into 7th. Vern Spring now up into 8th. Kyle Martin still holding off everybody that's come, but how much longer can he hold Chris Johnson off? Harold Rothery has crashed behind. See what happened to Harold. He was having an awesome run here tonight. Just gets loose off of turn 4. Turn 4 has bit a lot of drivers here tonight. Jim Johnson has also crashed. Jim looking underneath Oven Mitts here, and oh, he snaps loose. Manages to save it, but Joey Smith gets there, and there's nowhere to go. Kyle Martin still has the lead. Kendrick Cryer in 2nd. Chris Johnson to 3rd. Oven Mitts now in 4th. Joey Smith back in 5th. Here comes Edmund Jones on the high side. He's come out of nowhere to 5th place. Rusty Modesty is coming through the field as well. But Kyle Martin is coming to 2 laps to go. Kendrick now looking up on the high side. Kendrick Cryer battling it out with Kyle Martin. Kyle is not going to make this one easy. Chris Johnson right there to help Kendrick. Kendrick looks low. White flag is in the air. Oh, they touch in the middle of one. Chris Johnson goes high. Chris Johnson sneaks by into 1st. Matt Hayden comes by into 2nd. Edmund Jones now into 3rd. And Chris Johnson wins it with a last lap pass. Matt Hayden comes home in 2nd. Edmund Jones comes home in 3rd. What a crazy, crazy last lap. Let's talk to our top 3. Holy cow. All right, let's start with Edmund Jones. Hey, Edmund, it's Doug. You got me?
Yes, sir, I do.
Did you have a pucker moment there on the last lap?
I didn't know what the heck was going on, and I saw Kendrick and Kyle, and I'm like, okay, now it's time to get Matt and see if I can take second.
Well, it did look like a fun last lap, but you really had a comeback after the earlier incident to come charging up through the field the way you did.
Oh yeah, the setup was great. You know, got the setup from ERS, but this is from the guys with Hard Racing. They're operating through ERS. Those guys are awesome. You guys, anyone that's looking for their setups can go into ERS and get their Legend setups weekly. Those guys just do an amazing job, and this felt great.
Well, man, congratulations. Another great finish here at Hickory.
Hey, thank you, buddy.
Looking for our second place finisher. Let me see. Hey, Matt, it's Doug. You got me?
How's it going, Doug?
Hey, first off, last lap, Little Pooh.
Man, to be honest, I don't know what was going on. There were cars, I was hanging on. I don't know if y'all caught it, but about 5 laps to go, I lost the car, and I don't know how I was able to get it going. And then I was just worried about Edmund passing me. So I was watching my rear view with him the whole time, and when I looked up, there was smoke everywhere, cars flying. So I was like, hey, maybe I got 4th place or 3rd place, and I looked up in 2nd. So,
Well, it was definitely a great comeback. We did see it was a bit of a wild race for you, but to come back and finish second after all that was truly impressive.
yeah, no offense to anybody that likes Hickory Speedway, but this track needs a new surface on it. Pretty bad.
Well, man, congratulations. I know that was a wild one, but a great job here tonight.
Yeah, I want to thank Harold and Rusty. The setup that came from them. What I had to open up the night was junk, and got with them and got everything tweaked out. So Harold, Rusty, Timmy over there, and Checker Flag Motorsports. Thank you guys.
All right, congrats, buddy. And now to get a word with our winner, Chris Johnson. It's been a long time since I've talked to you after a race. Congratulations.
Thank you. That was an interesting race. I didn't know if I was going to finish it there. Having Kyle Martin park the corners right there in center, lap in, lap out. It was fun though.
That last lap going off into turn 1, you're sitting in 3rd place, and then chaos ensues.
Yeah, I saw them getting a little aggressive. Kyle kept blocking, and then he parked in the center. I knew they were going to get into each other. I had the speed if I wanted to try to power by Kendrick, but I knew they were going to wreck each other again. You know, that's pretty typical for Kyle.
Well, I do have to say, that was one of the craziest avoidance maneuvers I've ever seen. I honestly thought you were going into the wall for a minute when you went to the high side around the two of them.
Yeah, I did too. Ever since this last update, my wheel's been acting up, so I couldn't steer left. But she went. The further I turned her, she went.
Well, it definitely worked out, man. Congratulations. That was a great, great win, and it's about time you go back in victory lane, buddy.
Heck yeah, we're gonna try for the modifieds here. See if we can get the win. But couldn't thank everyone back at EHP enough for preparing these sets. Mainly Kendrick works really hard on all these setups. Really appreciate him.
All right, man. Congratulations. Great run.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Chris Johnson gets the long overdue win, and now can he repeat in the Tour Mods? Stick around and find out. We'll be back in just a few moments. Tour Mods at Hickory. Boy, that's going to get even more exciting.